Hello everyone and welcome back to our videos. In the last video we talked about the types of inspection. Today we are gonna talk about inspection fundamentals and we will start with the 5 sources of wear and tear. Also we will talk about the forms of friction and the type of stress. Also we will talk about the inspection procedures. The 5 common sources of wear and tear are weather, friction, stress overload, heat, and the last one, vibration. As we talked before, friction is one source of wear and tear. So the friction will make damage for the aircraft. The friction, it has many forms, such as abrasion. The abrasion is caused by rough substance between two moving parts. What about the second type of the friction? The second type of friction is burnishing. The burnishing is the polishing of a surface by sliding contact with another smoother, harder metallic surface. As we see here in this figure. As we see here, the ring of bearings. Here it has a burnishing. The third type of friction is a chafing. The chafing is the wear between two parts rubbing, sliding, or bumping into each other that are not normally on contact. And this you see it on small aircraft that used flight controls with cables. The fourth type of friction is elongation. The elongation is the oval shaped wear of a bearing surface around bolts, hinge pins, cleves pins. The last type of friction is erosion. The erosion is the loss of metal from the surface by mechanical action of material such as dirt, sand, or water. The propeller, leading edge of the wings, and empennage, the leading gear, the landing gear, and cowling are susceptible to erosion damage. As we see here in this blade of a propeller, we have an erosion in the leading edge and the trailing edge of the blade. After we talk about the forms of friction damage, now we will talk about the types of stress. We have 5 types of stress as we studied on general. The first one, tension. After that, the second one, compression. Number 3, torsion. Number 4, shear. And the last one, we have bending. The last thing we will talk about today is inspection procedures. In order to conduct a thorough inspection, a great deal of paperwork or reference information must be accessed and studied before actually proceeding to the aircraft to conduct the inspection. The aircraft logbooks must be reviewed to provide background information and maintenance history of the particular aircraft. The appropriate checklist must be utilized to ensure that no items will be forgotten or overlooked during the inspection. Also, many additional publications must be available, either in a hard copy or in electronic format to assist the inspection. These additional publications may include information provided by the aircraft and the engine manufacturer or applicants manufacturers. Also, can be provided by the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration. So the inspection of the aircraft required a great deal of organization and planning, as we talked. The inspection of an aircraft is divided into 5 basic phases. The 5 basic phases are pre-inspection phase, examination phase, surface phase and repair, functional phase, the last one, return to surface. We will illustrate each one individual, and we will start with pre-inspection phase. The pre-inspection phase is very important and serves to organize the paperwork, records, tools, and equipment needed for the inspection. This phase usually includes the work order, and we will know what the meaning of work order, maintenance records and aircraft specification review, and we know that service bulletin and letters, and I think you understand and know the meaning of service bulletin as you studied in the general book. Airworthiness directive, also you know what the meaning of airworthiness directive and what's the job of airworthiness directive, and the last one, initial run-up. These things may include in the pre-inspection phase. The work order is the agreement between the shop or mechanic and the owner of the aircraft concerning the work to be performed. This is the meaning of work order. The maintenance record and aircraft specification review is very important part of any inspection and take place before the aircraft is physically examined. The second phase is the examination phase. The primary purpose of the examination phase is to physically evaluate the airworthiness of the aircraft and its component. The examination phase is the actual inspection of the aircraft. It starts with conformity inspection, checking, measuring, operating, and moving. The third type or the third phase, service and repair phase. The service and repair phase of inspection includes the necessary maintenance that is required to approve the aircraft for return to service and to preserve its airworthy condition. Example of service and repair: lubrication, wheel bearing and moving parts, replacing and cleaning filters, adding fluids, servicing the battery, cleaning the aircraft, and so on. After that, we have the functional check phase. After the aircraft is accomplished and all needed maintenance is completed, the maintenance technician conduct functional or operational check on the aircraft and the system. For example, the functional check, the engine run-up and the fuel leak or oil leaks. We will check if there is fuel leak or oil leaks after we have repaired. After all maintenance is completed, a good wash of the aircraft to remove any tears or oil or grease. The last phase we have return to service phase. After the inspection is accomplished, you must complete the paperwork before the aircraft is approved for return to service. The inspection is not completed without the proper maintenance entry. Make sure the entry is legible and that it details the inspection performed according to the FAR requirements specific to the inspection entries. And you can say the figure 1223.